How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining me today. And today we're looking at a Norwegian Arctic Field Ration, menu number 13, Kebab Stew, or otherwise known as Kebabgryte. Kebabgryte. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we're looking at a menu. This is a freeze-dried meal. This meal consists of 1,300 calories, and the best before date is May 9th, 2025. I don't know if you can catch that, but yep. Let's get into this guy. I have been ignoring these Norwegian rations, and I think it was time to get into it. Well, before we do that, let's actually look at the packaging here. The Kebabgryte has peanut, gluten, lactose milk. Let's see. Energy bars. Okay, so we got a kebab stew. We have peanuts. We have an energy bar. We have an energy drink, spoon, disinfectant wipe, Ziploc, coffee, and chewing gum. This meal comes in at, let's see, excuse me, there's 4 different languages on this. Okay, so we got 1,332 calories, or 5,578 kilojoules, 51 grams of fat. We have saturated fat at 14.4 grams, carbs is 160, 63 grams of sugar, 13 grams of fiber, protein 51 grams, and salt at 7 grams. All right. These meals, you do not have to slice them open. They are peelable. So if we just find a corner here. And the whole meal peels open just like that. You can actually peel the whole top of it off. All right, let's see what we got here. We have a energy bar, real on the go, 40 grams. All right, look at that. That's nice. A protein beef jerky, and it's still within date. This is saying October of 2027. All right, that's going to be really nice. I'm telling you, the Norwegian field rations have the absolute greatest coffee of all time, and I'm going to stand by that statement. If you have not had an Arctic Field Ration Norwegian, you got to get it just for the coffee. This has to be the best tasting instant freeze-dried coffee in any ration. If you had it already, let me know what you think about it. We have a disinfectant swab. We have a freeze-dried kebab stew, and that thing looks serious. This is a 520 gram portion, 700 calories just in this. We have a vacuum-packed Nut Walker peanut barbecue flavored. And let's see if there's a weight on this. So hard to read these vacuum sealed packs. Yeah, I can't read that. We have a Norwegian spoon, and that thing actually feels pretty serious. And it says it's biodegradable, so that's really interesting. We have a gum, real meals, field meals, 2 pieces, spearmint. And then we have a on-the-go 30 gram peach. They have the most epic drinks in any menu. I'm saying, like, if you think the United States military meal cold weathers are good, you haven't seen good until you tried these. These have to be the absolute best, greatest of all time field rations, Arctic field rations, field dried. All right, and then we have a little garbage bag, or a bag to keep your components in. But that's everything. We'll place this guy right here. Let's dive into this. I'm actually pretty excited. I think I've had the peach before, and they are just off the hook. How good they taste. Real to flavor. I don't know what else to say. These things are great. So let's tray this up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Everything is trayed up. I got some scalding hot water right here. So before that starts cooling down, let's actually get into this meal. Now it says there's a fill line on this. Wow. That thing is solid, even with me opening it and introducing air into it. It has a fill line on here. Let's see. Yeah, the fill line's right there. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I hit that right on the mark. We'll add just a little bit more. It's like a big lump. It's like a big ice cube in there. It just doesn't want to. There we go. It's starting to break down now. I'll tell you one thing. I see an issue here is this spoon is nowhere deep enough to get into this pouch. But does, man, I'm telling you this, the smell that's coming off this is absolutely ridiculous. There we go. It doesn't come with napkins either, so I'm going to improvise here. But the smell that's coming off that is smelling really good. I'm going to close that up. I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to give it a good shake. Because you want to get whatever's in the bottom hydrated. And we're just going to put that there. All right. Now, for this amazing coffee. Now, I had this coffee several times, and without a doubt, it is the greatest of all ration coffee. And ironically, it is a Colombian instant coffee. Large crystals, soda is freeze-dried, and I'm going to cheat. Ever since getting into eating rations, I absolutely love sweetened condensed milk. And this is the only thing I could find that is anywhere close to what is in the rations. And yeah, I stocked up on this stuff. And now it's getting harder to get. So I want to try this coffee with that sweetened condensed milk. And I'm telling you, being an American, we don't know what really good sweetened condensed milk is because we can't find stuff like this in the tubes. Here, it's not readily available. We got stuff that's just in a can, and it is nowhere near as what is good, what's in the rations. I mean, that's like a whole nother level of amazing. I don't know how else to word it. It's just ridiculous. And I can already see this is going to be absolutely just fantastic, really. I mean, this is such a high quality coffee to begin with, and then you throw in something like this Southern Star sweetened condensed creamer. It's really milk, sweetened condensed milk, but it's labeled creamer. And I haven't tried yet taking a can and boiling it to kind of caramelize it. But yeah, ever since getting into rations, I just can't stop having sweetened condensed milk. Let's give that a try. Oh, wow. That's just a whole nother level of just awesome. All right, let's put this on the side. We're done with that. That's ridiculous. We have our real on-the-go sweet and salty caramel energy bar. And this thing is very sticky looking. Wow, that does smell really good. I'll place that guy right there. And let's just see really quick what kind of... Wow, that's really small writing. And there's like 9 languages. I see cereal. Yeah, I can't make that out. Sorry, guys. Barbecue nutcracker peanuts. And there seems to be like a candied coating on it. Haha, and that is fabulous. That's actually ridiculous. Wow. Alright, when you pop open these drinks on a Norwegian Arctic ration, don't get alarmed when you see it completely clumped up. They're different in Europe. They don't allow half the things we allow are, FDA. You see how clumped up that is? That's actually perfect. They don't allow anti-caking agents in a lot of their food, their drinks. So what we're going to do is, actually, we're going to just pour a little of this leftover hot water in there. And then we're going to top it off with a little, look at it, gusseted bottom. How awesome is that? I'm going to pour the rest of this liquid in there. Not too much. I don't want to fill the bag up. I just want to be able to get some of this drink mix. Oh, it's like candy. That's how good it tastes. And there's so much of that drink mix caked up on this seal that I'm almost guaranteed that this is going to leak. Yeah, I already got a leak going here. That's all right. Let's see what it looks like. All right, we're getting there. There's still some caked at the top. And it says add 3 deciliters of cold water. I don't know what deciliters are, but there is a fill line here, so are we even close to that fill line? No. So let's use this bag to fill it up. All right, that's right on the fill line. It's hard to shake this and not lose control of it. All right, I think we, yeah, that looks 100 times better. There's a couple little bits left in there, but there we go. They fell out. I'm telling you, if I could find these and buy a case of them, I would. Because this has got to be one of the best tasting energy drink. On top of being a drink, it's an isotonic. And there is a load of vitamins in this. And you would never know. Look at that. The color's not too overwhelming. You could taste the fuzz on the peach. Smooth, not overly sweet. All right, let's crack open to this kippered beef jerky bar kippered. We got some sea salt, sugar-free, lactose-free. Looks like a processed bar. Looks like it's minced up and then formed. Doesn't look like it's like a Jack Link's, like a whole piece of meat. Yeah. But that does smell very savory, sweet. All right, it doesn't look like it's too tough to chew. It doesn't want to snap. Oh, there we go. All right, and let's give that a try. That has the identical taste of a Jack Link's. Got amazing, sweet, savory, smoky meat flavor. The chew is pretty good. It's not too aggressive where it's so tough you have to really like gnaw on it and stick it in your cheek for 10 minutes to soften it up. It's definitely a processed beef that's formed and then dried, but it's not too aggressive on your teeth. This is really, really good. All right, let's look at this energy bar, cereal bar. Looks like we got some raisins, some oats. Looks like a honey. Very sweet and savory smelling. These Norwegian meals always do impress because where most companies would just throw an average granola bar or cereal bar in there, this is really unique. I'm getting honey flavor. I taste dates. I even taste pineapple in here. So this is like serious. And this coffee, forget about it. Very rich, dark, bold coffee. No bitterness whatsoever. And that sweetened condensed creamer really complements it. All right, these peanuts. They got a shell that's kind of coming off them. Let me see if I can try that shell. It's like a very thin coating of barbecue. And they are so good. I could eat these all day. The shell is so delicate. It almost looks like the shell is part of the skin for that added peanut kind of flavor, because that skin does have a unique flavor to it. And then they just threw the shell on top of that skin. That's really unique. Like the more I pick it up, the more they just fall apart. So let's use the spoon. Oh, that's the way to do that. Just spoon it into your mouth. And this peach drink is just ridiculous. If I could find something like this and they sell it in the gallons, I would buy the gallons. Oh man, this thing just formed into like a solid mass. All right, now there's another tear line here, which I'm not even going to attempt to try to pull on this because it'll end up. So we're just going to slice. Perfect. Oh, and the smell that I just got hit with, that looks like that reconstituted perfectly. You can tell when you messed up and you open the bag or dump it out and there's powder still in the bottom. That didn't happen here. Look at all those oils from the kebabs. Wow, and that smell, that's some serious kebab smell right there. Yeah, look at that. There's some powder. We didn't mix this enough thoroughly. Darn it. That's all right. I doubt I'm going to be able to eat all of this in one shot. I will definitely throw some more water in that and rehydrate it later and finish it up in the microwave. Got some nice chunks of kebabs in there. Wow, the spices on this are serious. And I don't mean like spicy. Very complex. I can't get over the texture of the rice. It's like perfectly cooked rice. And the kebabs go with it so well. I see some onions. I see some peppers. Just got a couple crunchy bits. That's where the water didn't get to and I didn't mix it enough. But I'm not complaining. This is really good. This is pretty impressive for this being a field meal. The Europeans, Swedish, Scandinavians, they take feeding their troops seriously. They don't skimp out on ingredients, components, the quality of the components. I mean, the coffee. Let's see if we can rehydrate some of these pieces that are still kind of... There we go. There we go. That looks good. I think we hit the nail right on the head with the amount of water. You could probably even get away with putting a little more in if you like it like creamy, watery. You know, when you're eating these type of meals, I mean, I shook it. I mean, I don't know. You just got to sometimes get in there and really stir it up. And when you think you have it just right, stir it up some more. But we're not too far off. I mean, I added maybe another ounce or two of water, and it's only looking better. But look at the size of this portion. There's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to finish this. This is definitely going to be 2 meals. The kebabs look like they're processed. They don't look like they're a legit piece of string meat. It looks like they're processed, almost like a gyro kebab. That even tastes better wet. Wow. Alright, so I'm looking this up here real quick. Kebabgryte. It's a very popular Norwegian dish featuring kebab meat, often chicken, simmered in a rich, flavorful tomato or sour cream based sauce, heavily seasoned with aromatic spices, but it's most widely known for their popular freeze-dried camping meal, which is this, made by Real Meals. Okay, so the sauce base is usually a taco-based sauce with tomato, and the kebab seasoning is usually garlic and vegetable bouillon. That's what I'm tasting. You get like the kebab meat taste, and you get that familiar taco seasoning, and then you have the chicken bouillon flavor with the rice, tomatoes. So really a unique set of flavor profiles. That is so much food. I mean, I'm sure if I was out on maneuvers all day in the Norwegian mountains or the tundra, I could slam this down easily after being hungry all day. But this is so dense, so carb heavy. I can't even put a dent in this. I'm already starting to hit a wall here. Oh, wow. All right, so I think we're done here. Coffee, I'm telling you, get a Norwegian Arctic Field Ration, if not just for the coffee and the drink. And you'll be surprised with everything else that you get in it. I was curious about the creamer. It was good, but a coffee this good, I think you have to drink black. The Norwegians take their coffee seriously. You won't find cheap coffee in Norway, I'm telling you. It's almost like a religion to them. And now I understand why they didn't just throw some cheap freeze-dried coffee in there. And I've tried finding this brand online. You can't find it. If you're lucky to find it, you'll laugh when you see the pricing, because you would say, I'm not paying that kind of money for these packets. Tried these nuts again. Okay, well, let me know what you think about this. My opinion, the beef jerky was outstanding. Can't say anything bad about it. The peanuts with the barbecue coating, always a treat. Absolutely high quality components right here. Great tasting. The cereal bar, why throw a regular cereal bar in a meal, right? When we could throw something exotic in for our troops as a morale booster. Bravo on that. This was absolutely filling and outstanding. These meals, don't think because they're small they're not filling. I'm struggling to get this down. Absolutely insane flavor profiles going here. Great food. Let's see what this disinfectant wipe is all about. It's a little deceiving for how big the package is. Wow, that's some serious alcohol going on there. Dripping wet. Let's not get it in our food. Yeah. This is a antibacterial towel. So don't try washing yourself. You will burn certain private parts with this. There must be some kind of lotion in it, because every time I use one of these, you know how alcohol tends to want to dry your skin out? This almost feels like there's lotion in it. Very smooth, very soft. All right, and for the Spearmint Real Chewing Gum. We got 2 pieces right here. Let's get our thoughts on this. Okay, so you saw how glossy they were, right? That's just the gum base that's polished. There's no candy shell on this gum, so as soon as you put it in your mouth and you're expecting to hear that crunch, no crunch, right into a soft chew. Very, very soft gum, but it does not break apart. A very high quality gum base. The spearmint flavor is almost on the too high mark, but it does an effective job of cleansing the palate, getting the gunk out of your teeth, and, having nice fresh breath on the battlefield. Why not, right? When you kill somebody, at least you have good breath. All right, well, I don't think there's anything else to see here. Coffee, no surprise. Top 10 right here. The peach drink, I'm going to savor that. Might throw some spirits into that and enjoy it, because that is really unique. The peanuts, nothing cheap here. The granola bar with the fruits and exotic flavors going on, definitely finishing that. And I definitely will be reheating this and enjoying this, because this is not going to waste. If you're stuck around this far, I want to say thank you. Really appreciate the viewers contributing with the comments, the memberships, the shares, the likes. Keep it up. We're driving this channel forward, and it's all because of the viewers. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.